Nothing quite says winter than a big bowl of warm butternut soup. And that's exactly what we're going to be making today. Let me show you what you will need. You will need some butternut, which has been pre-cut for you by Pick n Pay. Thank you, Pick n Pay. Some onions, apple, a little bit of orange, and then you're going to need some curry powder, some cumin, ground cumin, just a pinch of nutmeg, fresh, beautiful thyme leaves, chicken stock cubes, olive oil, salt and pepper, some coriander, milk, and some water, which I will tell you about later. So let's get going. First of all, your already pre-cut butternut. Then what you will need is 1 apple. Now this apple needs to be cored, which means we will take out the middle part of the apple. Easiest way is to cut off the cheeks of the apple and cut off the sides. And there's your core. So remember, not necessary to be too finicky about the cutting. We will be blending the soup at the end, but it's always convenient and good to have your vegetables cut in the same size because then the roasting time will be the same. You will need 2 medium onions, which we will clean up and just use in wedges. Now to this we will be adding a nice glug of olive oil, and this goes into a preheated oven, 220 degrees, to roast nicely for 30 minutes. To this we will add a couple of sprigs of fresh thyme leaves. We can season this with some salt and pepper. And we're ready for roasting. Now that your vegetables are lovely and roasted, we are ready to add a couple of things to add flavor to this soup. Right, so first of all, we will be adding straight to your pan 2 teaspoons of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 3 tablespoons of self-raising flour. This will ultimately thicken our sauce nicely, and just a pinch of nutmeg. Now what we will do is take your spoon, be careful, your tray is hot, and just mix it through ever so lightly. To your warm water, you will add 375 milliliters of full cream milk, 1 chicken stock cube, just crumble it in, and for a little bit of freshness, the juice as well as the zest of 1 orange. Simply cut your orange in half and squeeze straight into your pot. Be sure to catch any pips with your hands. It's time to add all the lovely roasted bits and pieces. Now you're scraping all of it in, and this will go onto a gentle simmer for about 15 minutes, just to make sure all those flavors are combined and that the veggies are in fact nice and soft. Lid on, gentle simmer. It should be about right. Yes, it is. Switch off, and now for the fun part. All we need to do is blend with a stick blender. And your soup is perfectly smooth. Now I get to taste it. Delicious, just perfect. Let's dish some. It is winter, so we might as well be nice and generous. And now all we have to do is garnish with some crispy butternut chips. And then lastly, some lovely fresh coriander. This will just pick up the flavor very, very nicely. And there we go. Thick, creamy, wintry butternut soup. Delicious.